welcome to the Blessed Life Week 45. I hope that you're having a great week. Thank you so much for joining me and tuning in each week and, really being patient with me with the video. So I just thank you so much, because a lot of people, may watch but may not leave comments or, may say, oh, this is, good, it's really blessed me, but I may not hear about it. So let me know what you guys are thinking and how this journey through this series has blessed you. All right, so let's get right into it. Now, the scripture comes from Philippians chapter 4, verse 18. I am generously supplied with the gifts you sent me with Epaphroditus. They are a sweet-smelling sacrifice that is acceptable and pleasing to God. This is entitled God Rewards Generosity. Joe had a problem, so he took it to his pastor. Pastor, I am having trouble tithing these days, he confessed. What seems to be the problem or the hang-up, his pastor asked. Well, back when I made $50 a week, I tithed $5, which was easy. And when I made $500 a week, I tithed $50, which was okay. But now that I make $5,000 a week, I'm having a hard time. A $500 tithe is a lot of money. Will you pray for me, Pastor? Sure, said the pastor. Let's pray. Father, please reduce Joe's income back down to $500 a week so he can honor you with the tithe. That's a joke, of course, but it's a joke that illustrates a common trap people fall into in their thinking about giving to God. It also makes sense to be generous toward God because He's always generous toward us. Actually, He is more than generous in His love toward us. He is extravagant. I want to show you an account of someone being extravagant in her love toward the Lord. Then, 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany where Lazarus was, who had been dead, whom He had raised from the dead. There they made Him a supper. And Martha served, but Lazarus was one of the ones who sat at the table with him. Then Mary took a pound of very costly oil of spikenard, anointed it at the feet of Jesus, and anointed Jesus' feet, and wiped His feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the fragrance of the oil. But one of His disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, who would betray Him, said, why was this fragrant oil not sold for 300 denarii and given to the poor? This He said, not that He cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had the money box. And he used to take what was put into it. But Jesus said, let her alone. She has kept this day for my burial. For the poor you always have with you, but me you do not have always. John chapter 12, 1 through 8. What an amazing story. What a graphic contrast of two hearts. On one hand, we have the heart of Mary, and on the other hand, the heart of Judas. In essence, we have both generosity and selfishness displayed for us in one incident. Reading it makes me want to ask some questions. Why did Mary do this? Why did she give such an extravagant, generous gift to the Lord? 300 denarii was a very large sum of money, basically the equivalent of an entire year's wages. Of course, what constitutes a lot of money is relative. What seems like a lot of money to me may not seem like much to a millionaire, but a year's income is a year's income no matter who you are. So to get a feel for the magnitude of this gift, think about your gross annual income and imagine spending that amount on some perfumed oil. Now imagine taking it and pouring it onto someone's feet. You're never going to get it back. It's been poured out, all gone. What an extraordinary act that begs the question, why? An additional question comes to mind as I read this passage. Why did it bother Judas so much? It wasn't his money. It highlights the fact that wherever you find generosity, you will find selfishness battling for control. It was true in that situation, and it's true for our own hearts. Each of us has to take a hard inward look and ask the questions. Am I generous or am I selfish? Which one has the upper hand in my life? What about you? Let's ask the tough questions. We'll wait until the food for thought.